Hello everyone, this is Empress Oracle. I was just moved today to make this short video and I'm going to be really fast about it. I went out to get some electronic parts a few days ago and I met with this lady in the market who was very helpful at the electronics market. She was very helpful to me and we started talking. Um, she was actually a seller. I bought a product from her and I was looking for some of the items which she helped me. She assisted me to go get those items from inside the electronics market. And so one thing led to another, we started to talk while we were in my car. And we were talking about the churches, the traditions in the system of Africa and all of those things. And then we talked into this particular topic that brought me to want to discuss this right now. So she spoke about things in the church. She asked me if I was a Christian. I said no, I'm not a Christian. She thought I was a Muslim. I said I'm not a Muslim. A lot of people think that I'm Muslim, maybe because I usually tie my hair and stuff like that. I like it. I like tying my hair. I don't like exposing my hair like that. But put that aside. And I introduced myself to her as someone who practiced spiritualism, or let me put it as spirituality. I'm into spirituality. I'm not into any religion. I'm not a Christian. I'm not a Muslim. I'm not any of the religion. I connect with the God energy directly, in my own way, not through any form of religion. Although I grew up in a religious background as a Christian, but as I grew up, I took my own path. Um, anyway, let me go straight to the point. She did talk about how in her church she has sown seeds, not times without number, in order to break a foundational curse or something like that from the family. But every time she goes to a new church, the pastor always sees that same thing, that there's a like a foundational issue as her problem, and that foundational issue is like maybe a kind of deity, or whatever that they used to serve in their family, and that nobody puts the blood anymore, blah 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 blah. They used to kill you know animals for that particular deity, and the person who used to do it in their family is now late and nobody does it again, and that thing is disturbing the family. So I laughed, and then I said, so what have you guys done about it? She said, well, they were able to trace it to their grandmom, their paternal grandmom, and that she there was something that happened in the family that she needed to do that, and just for the protection of the family, she usually kills animal like chicken for that particular deity to give it the blood, just to appease it. And then her grandmother has been late and nobody's doing that again, so they found a way of trying to go appease that thing again. I mean, they don't even know where it is, and so they kind of bought an animal and appeased it from wherever they were, prayed and all of those things. But it didn't stop. And that any church she goes to, even though they've told them to sow a seed in their church, and she said for 15 years they've been sowing a seed, and that thing would not go away. Even when they go to another church or any other place to pray, they keep saying that same thing. And I told her, I said, listen, this is not this is not like a personal problem or maybe a particular family issue. I have come to understand that Africans as a whole, if you go for any kind of prayers in those type of churches, there must be one thing that that pastor would point out to. Either they would point their fingers to, oh, marine spirits, oh, witchcraft powers in the family, foundational curse, whatever the ancestors or their forefathers were doing before that they do not do anymore. Hey, enough of all this talk. To me, what I told that lady when she was telling me all this, I said, whatever the pastors who usually tells you this, whatever they are trying to tell you, or whatever they are seeing in their vision, it boils down to your DNA as an African. It just boils down to the DNA as an African. As an African, okay? If you're an African person, listen to this. You must have one deity or another in your family lineage that has backdated down to, year 000. I'll put it like that. Because you're an African. Honestly, it is not any deity or whatever the case may be that anybody is seeing. Whatever they are seeing in their vision is your DNA. Your DNA as an African. Okay? Your blood lineage that has, if we backdate it, is going to like 000 from the when the world itself started. The beginning of, the foundation of the earth. I'll put it like that. There's nothing wrong with you. The problem we Africans have is we would not just sit on our own chair or stand on our lane. We keep pursuing the gods of other people. That's the problem with us. And so this foreign religion that has been brought, different foreign religions that have been brought to our land that we have adopted as Africans, is troubling us somehow, in the sense that these foreign religion keep pointing fingers to our own foundation as Africans as something that is foreign, whereas whatever they are pointing their finger as foreign in our lives is actually the foundation of our life. The earlier we start understanding this, the better it will be for everybody. You understand? Because you adopting another person's religion, it's like you claiming that religion as your religion, and you now see your own tradition as something foreign. If you look at the population of the universe, I'll put it like that, or the population of the earth, let me put it like that. We have Asians, we have the English people, we have Arabs, we have Africans, and so on. Asia consists of Indians, Chinese, Japanese, all those set of people grouped together as the Asians. In this particular continent that I'm talking about, the Indians practice Hindu as a religion or a tradition. The Chinese people, Japanese, and all those people, they practice Buddhism, or they're into Buddha, which is their religion, or we can call it their tradition. And then the Arabs, which is the Middle East people, it consists of I'll call it Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq, what do you call it? This new Arab country that a lot of people go to, Dubai, so many other countries under that Arab continent. They practice Islam as their tradition. I'm not going to even call it a religion, as their tradition. And then the English people, we know very well that they're into Christianity. That's their tradition, their religion. What about we Africans? What is our religion? What was our original religion or tradition before we started adopting the religion of other people. Okay, if you are such a person who goes to church and they keep saying things like this for you, like you have a foundational course, you have, until we go back to our roots. And because listen, God is neither a Christian nor a Muslim. God is not a Buddha. He's not he's not Hindu. He's not Christian. He's not any of all this religion that was created by men. Okay? God is simply an energy, a force that controls the universe. And it doesn't belong to any of this religion. Even all these people who created this religion, for instance, I'm not going. People like Muhammad. Muhammad did not create the religion Islam. It was after his death that people who believed in Muhammad created the word Islam around the Prophet Muhammad, according to his teachings. And then that of Jesus Christ, after his death, after how many 100 years, some people created the word Christianity, you understand, as a religion under Jesus. But Jesus himself did not create the religion Christianity. He didn't. You understand? So many other of all these religions that, people are just, especially Africans, are putting on their heads and they're forgetting who they are. Look at our government system in Africa. It's not working well for anybody because we adopted the system of the English people, and we are not able to practice it. That's the reason why our governmental system is so backward in Africa. Take for example, when you want to swear people in, all these government officials, if you allow them to start swearing oaths like, go and bring out kind of African deities like Ogun, Olokun, Shango, tell them to come and swear such oaths before they go into a position in the government, and see how sanity will come into the system. But in that system right now, if you want to swear people in, they first ask them, are you a Christian or a Muslim? There's nothing like, are you a Christian, Muslim, or let's put Olokun, Shango, all those type of things. You see them, are you a Christian, Muslim, or let's just put the word pagan. I don't even think they include the word paganism anymore. And then you see these people just choose on mostly the word Christian, the religion Christian, and then they tell them to raise up their hand, and they know they are playing with the system, and at the end of the day they go into that position, they go into that seat, and then they mess up the whole system again, just like they usually do. But when we change the system to the real African system, tell them no, we're not going to do that. Christian Muslim want to go on our tradition as Africans, you understand. This time around we have changed the system to, we're bringing out some deities. You have to choose which one you are going to swear an oath to, and you see how sanity will come into the system. So we are the only continent, Africans, that are not standing on our lanes, and I don't know how we want our forefathers, our ancestors of this land, to kind of assist us or back us up in anything that we are doing when we are denying them. The people from the top are denying their own ancestors, their blood lineage, and yet they want the system to be good. So you want to tell us that in the time of our forefathers and our ancestors, they didn't know God? Is that what you guys are trying to say? If you are denying our own tradition and you are adopting the system of the foreign people, and so what are you trying to say? That our forefathers that that existed before us, that they didn't know God? Like I said, if God is neither a Christian nor a Muslim nor a pagan or a Buddhist or a Hinduist or whatever, so how are our forefathers or our ancestors wrong if you are trying to say they didn't know God? They didn't. You are accepting the concept that they didn't know God because you feel like they were not into Christianity, nor were they into Islam. So because of that, you have denied them the fact, that they never knew God. Is that what you're trying to say? If God is an energy, God is a power, is a force that controls the universe. Have you ever seen God physically to hear that God said he's into any of the religion that you people are claiming and adopting today and running into and stuff like that, denying your own roots? Until we Africans go back to our roots and start accepting that our forefathers knew God and that God is a force, an energy that controls the universe, and we start either, I'm not forcing anybody to go back to, maybe you want to go and serve Olokun, Shongo and stuff like that. I'm not saying that at all. Like me, for instance, I'm into spirituality. I believe that there's some truth in most of all this religion, and I pick what I have to pick. But I don't allow that religion to cluster me or to bottle me up and change my mindset. What I do is I believe that there is an energy, a force, a God energy that controls the universe. And I try to connect with that energy directly. And I've seen results so far. You understand? I'm not forcing you to pick a religion or whatever. But I think when we as a people called Africans start understanding that we have a roots and we should stay on our lane and focus on our roots and find a direct means of serving God, and understand that our forefathers, our ancestors, the blood of our ancestors may be angry with the land itself because our people are running away from their roots. I think the faster we start understanding this, the better it will be for everybody. And I hope that this sends a message to a lot of people out there who thinks that, oh, something is wrong with their lineage, something is wrong with their family background because they go to church and they tell them these things. Please change your mindset and try to unlearn what you've been taught in all these religious places and try to learn something new. Okay? Learn something new in order to erase those type of negativity out of your mind and embrace possibility, because there are a lot of people who have been stuck with those storylines that many pastor tells them about their family lineage, that this that, the curses in your family, the deities that your forefathers served is disturbing you and all of that. I think a lot of people have been so stuck with such beliefs that they cannot move forward. And maybe if you listen to this video, this could help you change your mindset that nothing is wrong with your blood lineage. If something is wrong with your blood lineage, or whatever they may tell you, why don't you just pray? Call upon that same thing they are telling you is disturbing you, and ask that thing, whether it's a deity or a power or an energy, to forgive you and leave you alone, that you are not their enemy. You understand? I think the prayers of your mouth works faster than anything else that somebody else would do for you. You cannot pull out the blood in your body. Such deliverance that they will tell you they want to do for you, they have to break the curse, it's like somebody telling you they want to pull out the blood in your body, they want to remove your DNA. Is that possible? It's not possible. Speak to your DNA, speak to your blood. Tell your blood what you want your blood to do for you. Change the energy of your blood, which is your DNA. Speak to your DNA and it will answer you. The God energy we are all looking for out there is within us. And when you speak to that energy, it usually answers. Dedicate your time to speak to that energy and you'll see that energy will begin to answer you. I hope and I pray that somebody out there listens to this message and this message changes your mindset for good. God bless you.